Hi, I'm Rick and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm on Northern Road in the heart of Sale Moor village. I'm going to show you some iconic pictures of the village from over 100 years ago. I'm also going to visit the newest business to open on this road and meet the owners of the Royal Tea Rooms. I'm also going to be finishing off with a tour of the Legh Arms and meeting the landlord. Paul is going to tell us all of what he knows about the pub and its history. Come with me. Along the shop fronts on Northern Road, you can see them preparing the foundations of the tram terminus in the centre of Sale Moor village, circa 1912. I can imagine some of these men being sent to France in 1914 to build defensive trenches in World War I. This is real manual labour and hard work, no signs of any machinery. On the 12th of June 1912, the first tram arrived at the terminus at 3:30 in the afternoon. Sale Moor had its own tram service, with connections to Altrincham and central Manchester. This was a big deal for Sale Moor, and all its local residents turned out to watch this special occasion. In the background you can see the Legh Arms. I'm about to visit the Royal Tea Room. This is shown as the blue square on the map. It was the last of the buildings on the road to be built. Here's a picture of some local children outside Pick and Pay in the village. You can see the difference in the brickwork between the two adjacent properties. Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
And this is the Royal Tea Room.
Yes.
Brilliant. When did you first open?
The 11th of November.
Right, and have you seen that in terms of new customers coming into the building and different new faces that have...
Lots of new faces and also a lot of old faces as well. And we're starting to build up quite a few regulars now as well.
Brilliant. And what sort of things do you do?
Right, well, Jodie's the baker, so I'll let her...
You're the baker?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I've just had one of your cakes and a cup of tea. It was absolutely gorgeous, so, you know, well done the baker. Just explain to us what...
We do brownies, blondies, big birthday cakes and things, Victoria's Sponge, biscuits. I'll give anything a go, I'm up for a challenge. So.
Brilliant. And do you do things for, for parties? Do you cater for people that are coming in and, having a small party with families or with kids and stuff like that?
We're just starting to advertise now, so we'll do like small birthday parties for children where they can decorate cakes and make things, and then baby showers, special parties, special birthdays, things like your 50th, 60th, then we can do afternoon teas for you, baby showers, christenings.
Yeah?
All the good ones, yeah.
So the other bake, I see your hands covered in...
Yeah, I make the scones, that's it.
Okay, but you bake them in the morning and then...
Yeah, everything's done on the premises.
Really fresh. Well, that's absolutely brilliant. So this is the new shop in Sale Moor, at the Royal Tea Rooms. Give it a visit. I just had one of those cakes that were absolutely fantastic. So if you're passing through Sale Moor village, park your car up, come and meet these two lovely people in the Royal Tea Room and have a cup of tea, scone or whatever they've got on offer. Here are some old photographs that have been taken on Northern Road, with the Legh Arms to the right. A stark difference to what it is today. The amount of traffic that use this road, everything looks so much neater. It's hard to believe that this is the same road where these pictures were taken. I'm going to go in now and speak to the landlord, Paul. Come with me. Looking at the 1851 census, there lived a Thomas Brickle. He was a wheelwright and also the innkeeper of this pub. He lived here with Mary, his wife, and he also had a daughter called Mary. In 1871, George Geyser was the publican. Mary Ellen Geyser was his wife. They lived here with George Kemp, his nephew, and Mary Lee was a servant. By 1881, the pub had changed hands again. Thomas Hampson lived here. He was a cab proprietor with his wife Mary. He also lived here with his daughter, also called Mary. In 1891 it had changed hands again. Emma Dearden was the landlady. Annie Parker was a barmaid, and they had a servant called Elizabeth. In 1901, Emma Dearden was still here with Georgia Dearden, her daughter. Annie Ince was the new barmaid. and we look at the census of 1911, Emma Dearden is still here as the landlady. Georgie Dearden was her assistant, and they had a servant called Isabella. Hi Paul, how long have you been the landlord at the Arms here in Sale Moor?
Well, I've been here 31 years now. It's quite a while.
Well, 31 years, I think that's the longest landlord I've ever heard, so I think you're doing something right, but I can't see the breweries give you a medal for it.
Well, it is a long time. It's the locals are starting to get used to me now. I'm still not classed as a local, but that's and medals. Well,
fair enough.
That's another thing.
When did you think this pub first opened?
I've looked into it a little bit myself, and I think it was down to about 1814, 1815, round about there.
Yeah. So I've got the censuses out, and for example, in 1851. There lived a Thomas Brickle who lived with his wife, and there were wheelwrights. So what wheelwrights do, the wheels on carts and traction engines, that are made of wood, and they've got the steel around them. They made them at this very property, and that was way back, in 1851.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, do you know anything else historical about this building?
Well, I've seen some of your notes and about a previous landlady and Mrs. Geezer.
Oh yeah, it's a character she was.
Yes, she seems that way. She assaulted a Mr. Greatrix.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, in this day and age, we have a councillor Greatrix.
Yeah.
Or used to be a councillor Greatrix. It'd be interesting to know if they were related.
Yeah. How much of this building is original from where it is today?
I'd say original. I'd say probably about 40% is original, and then there's a lot of been added on to the pub, and the different rooms have been added on to make it bigger. Yeah,
we had a walk around it the other day, so you can see the difference in the brick. So the later engineering brick, and then you can see the infrastructure of the pub as it was. And you can see it was more of a square building, but now it's been added on at the back and added on at the side.
Yeah, there's quite a bit been added on the vaults, the back room, what we call a concert room, and the vault, that's all been added on. And you can see where the newer parts of the building, I think when Joseph Holt's bought it, they did it in like Italian terrazzo tile to make it look posh.
Yeah. Which brewery actually owns this now?
Joseph Holt.
Joseph Holt.
Mr. Kershaw is the owner now.
Has he ever visited and come and said hello to you?
Oh yes, Richard comes around quite a lot. He says he likes to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
It's a very big family business, and he likes us looking after the family.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's well kept. It looks traditional in its format anyway. I've done some video of around the building, which I'll be showing you now. But some of the old pictures, which I'll be overlaying over the top of the pub, what it used to look like, and all the different people outside in carts and down this road, and people in Edwardian and Victorian dress. It's a very ancient place in regards to Sale Moor. Tell me the story of the Manchester ME 109 that you said that struck this building with its armour.
Well, a few years ago they were refurbishing the outside, and there's a few holes in the tiles on the outside the vault area, and the rumour has it was a measuresmith that had come down Northern Road, and the pub got strafed on its way through. Yeah.
Well, way back in 1940, in December, Sale Town Hall was destroyed by incendiary bombs. That's in one of my videos. With the distance that they travelled, I didn't think they would have had fighter escort coming at night. But you never know. It was wartime, and it's great to have this, these stories of the pub. What else interesting could you tell us about the place that you work and live?
Well, when we first come here, there was an air raid siren on the top.
Oh, was there an air raid siren on?
Yeah, there was an air raid that used to get set off every week or every fortnight.
Yeah.
I was unlucky, I was the last one when it come, and I never actually got to let it off, but we had the training now to do it. But The pub, it's a great pub, very locals. I'm here to look after it for the locals. It's their pub, and that's the way it always has been. It's gone through a lot of changes, and the 30 years that I've been here, it's gone from being just a boozer. Now it's a boozer that does food.
Paul, how long has Holt's owned this building, or you know?
I'm not sure how long Holt's have owned the building, but funny enough, that it's 175 years this year that the company's been formed, and so they started in 1849. So it's not much. They've been going probably just a bit shorter than what the age of this pub is, which is quite a long time for a family company. Like,
well, that's unheard of, because most big conglomerates take over now. But you know, it's nice that a brewery preserves this building in its current format.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's history in the making.
When I came on Tuesday, we had the first snow of the season in 2024, and I just thought I'd just pan round, and I looked at this wide green space, which is a bowling green. A lot of bowling greens have disappeared around the pubs around Sale and Timperley and Oldstream. It's nice just to see one, and it looks really well kept. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's again the bowling green. It used to be an orchard, and it was an orchard at one stage. There is one pear tree left from the original orchard. I think that was under the Legh family estates. Joseph Holt's are a very community-led company, and the bowling club comes within that community spirit, where we've got 6-year-olds up to 90-year-olds that come and play on it, and it's very much a very part of the community.
So that's how it got its name. So it was the Legh family that actually owned the land.
Yes.
that was here. So it's ironic that it's kept the name, the Legh Arms. I've noticed it's been spelt differently.
I was just going to bring that up to you. Some people say it's Leigh, but it's actually Legh, and it's a lot of people call it the Legh Arms rather than the Legh Arms.
Legh Arms. Well, that's absolutely been fascinating, Paul. Really appreciate you taking the time to tell us and the local community. So, you know, why don't you get yourselves down here, try a pint. I've had a couple already myself, and come and enjoy the food. But thank you, Paul, for taking the time to tell us about the pub. It's been fascinating. It's been a pleasure to do. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Carol Underwood for her archive pictures and the suggestion to do this video. Please remember to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thanks for watching.